Hey everybody, Dr. David Evans here. I'm so happy for all of you watching us around the world. I want you to push that like button, push that share button. I'm so happy tonight to the Pick Television Network and all of our friends and viewers around the country watching. We're excited to have some of my closest friends with me to be on and business partners on tonight. My childhood friend, Stan Richards. He has a book out. My brother has been with me, man, for almost 50 years. And my brother Campbell is on tonight, who is on our dream team, on our financial board. He's one of our persons who works behind the scene to make Pick TV Network continue to go and grow. We're excited for all of our audiences, especially those who are watching us from Argentina, Peru, Chile, Mexico, all the way across the water, the United Kingdom, Brazil, Russia, everywhere, Germany. Thank you for tuning in tonight. And wherever you're watching us, we're going to get some information to you that's going to bless you real, real good. And I want everybody just to wave to them and saying happy holidays. Let's wave to them. Happy holidays to our virtual audience all over the country, those who are watching us on our Pick Television Network. And we're excited for all of you in our social media arena. Again, I want to thank God for my brother Stan. We've been friends for over 50 years. I want to just to, say something to our audience tonight. I know they're tuning in from everywhere, and they say, "Who is Stan Richards?" Let's tell them who Stan Richards is.
Well, first of all, Dr. Evans, I want to give it back up to you and acknowledge you for all of the great works that you've done over the years. As you said, we go way back to junior high school and boys club sports in the inner city of DC, and to see what you have accomplished over the last 40 plus years, truly amazing. It just goes to show you, and it goes to show us what's possible out here, and you have definitely proven that. But even more so, how you have been able to reach back and touch so many lives and impact so many lives is really exciting. And I'm just so humbled and honored to be a guest on your show this evening. A little bit about me, guys. My name again is Stan Richards, author of a book called From the Bus to the Bentley, No More Limits. And this book basically talks about my struggles growing up in the inner city of Washington, D.C., along with Dr. Evans, 7 kids, in a 3-bedroom apartment, on public assistance, father in a home, pretty much going through the struggles back in the early and late 70s, and actually graduating from high school. Myself and Dr. Evans graduated together in 1981. But for me and myself, at best, I was reading on the 6th grade level coming out of high school, simply because I hated school with a passion, because every day I went there, I was hungry. It was rough growing up in the city with a single mom and 7 kids to feed. So a lot of times we went without food. So for me, it was a lack of focus and just wanting to get through school. So pretty much graduated from high school, reading at best on the 6th grade level, and was blessed to go on from there to drive a metro bus in the inner city for 18 years. So I did that from 89 to 2007. I was a bus operator with the Transit Authority here in DC for 18 years. And then from there, decided to get out of my own way and follow my dreams and passion, which is to become an entrepreneur. Became an entrepreneur in 2007, started my own business, was able to connect with some amazing leaders who poured back into me, and was able to retire me and my wife by 2008. And then in 2011, I wrote my book, From the Bus to the Bentley, No More Limits, which is designed to really add value to anyone's life who wants to go to that next level. Fast forward in 2015, I was diagnosed with prostate cancer and was healed by the grace of God of prostate cancer over the past 5 years. And now I live a more healthier and eat a more healthier life, um, through changing my diet, which was a struggle for me for many years. So, uh, launched the my nonprofit, which is the Richards Group Foundation, where I'm blessed to go back into the inner city of Washington D.C. and teach a lot of at-risk youth entrepreneurship. So I'm really excited about that. And today, I'm a coach. I help people to go from their bus to their business, from their bus to their Bentley, basically. And I help people to realize their personal goals along with their business goals. So I'm really excited about that. Excited to be a guest on your show tonight, Dr. Evans.
Happy Stan. We go back, man, as little kids, man, playing ball together. I think I was playing the center, you was playing the forward, the guard, man. You should pass me the ball, and I do what I got to do. We had some good brothers back in there, Michael Dent, man, and man, we had Stan Farmer, we had some other brothers, Mitch Cradle, all of our
Yeah.
homies, man. And I just want to say thank you to you and your wife. Y'all are family, man, and I'm happy that you're part of our Pick Television Network. And I'm excited about what the Lord is doing in your life, man. And we want to hear some more about your testimony. I want to bring in my brother Campbell, who was man doing so much for the Pick Television Network, man. From the time we met at the MGM 4 months ago with Zero, and Brother Campbell, you said your lovely fiance, man, that our network can be just as good as any other network out here. And me and you was in the studio. I was doing a recording at DCTV a year ago, and we were in the back just joking and playing around. I said, I've never been on Tyler Perry's show. I've never been on Fox 5. I've never been on the Oprah Winfrey show. I've never been on Wendy Williams. I've never been on. He said, one day you're going to have your own. You're going to have your own. And man, it is a reality. Brother Campbell, it's a reality, man. I mean, I want to thank you, brother, for all you're doing for the dream of this reality of our Pick Television Network. Come on, talk to us, bro.
I just want to tell you, man, that I am so proud of you because um, you have taken a word, that was put into me to share with you, and you have materialized it into the reality that we have now, which is Pick Television Network. And you have given so much to so many people over the years. You've helped pastors build their churches from 10 people to 1,000 people and more. Your database consists of all the big names in business and pastors across the country. And so the work that you've been doing has been tremendous, man. So being able to share with you that vision that I saw for you, and for you to be able to take it and materialize it in the course of less than a year, it is just absolutely amazing how it is when things come together for you when you work in the right way. So I want to thank you for this opportunity because you actually did the work, and that's where a lot of people fall short in doing the work. And thank you for having me on, Mr. Richard. I'm a big fan. I know he's doing some tremendous work in business, and getting a chance to share the screen with him and time with him is an absolute true pleasure. So thank you for that as well.
Yeah, I'm just so happy, man, that the Pick Television Network does 4 things, and we got so many people popping in from around the country. Bishop Bonner, thank you for popping in. Pastor Williams, North Carolina, thank you for popping in. Rhonda from the DMV, popping in. So many others are popping in from around the country on our social media platform. But the Pick Television Network, it does 4 things. We do from our network inspiration, because we got to be inspired during COVID-19. There's so many people going through, and I lost my sister this year, Brenda, who I love so much, miss her every day. So many other people have lost loved ones. So many people had COVID. and getting over COVID and still going on with their life. So, with the Black Health Channel that we got coming up, I heard my brother Stan's testimony, and we talk about inspiration and information. Our Pick TV network, because we have to be informed about how to get a job during COVID-19 and how do we adjust to the new norm. That's why we have a job fair channel on our Pick Television network. And we also have education, money management. We talked about that last week. How do you do business? And how do you make business deals? People need to understand this. And then we have entertainment, where we have a music, we have movies, we have those on our network. But I want to talk about for a minute, Brother Stan and Brother Campbell, about Black health or health in general. Let's talk about diabetes, cholesterol, high blood pressure, things that we take for granted, the prostate, why you must go to the doctor. Stan, I want you to hit on it for a minute, man, about taking care of your body, eating the right foods. Why in my neighborhood, in our neighborhood, you got McDonald's, you got Kentucky Fried Chicken, you got all the Chinese places with all the fast food, where you got the sugar and the salt, things that's killing us. I think, Stan, you told me about Crackdonald's one time, man, about why these foods that we're eating are killing us, man. We're gonna hit on that for a minute, but Stan, talk to us, bro.
Yeah, I'm living proof of it, and it's all about awareness. And I always say, when we know better, we should do better. And for me, looking at my own story, like I shared earlier, Dr. Evans, growing up in the inner city, there was a lot of times there was no food. And psychologically, you know, it bothered me because when I became successful and was blessed to make millions of dollars, uh, in my subconscious mind, one of the things I remembered as a little boy, I'll never get in the fourth grade at 10 years old. If I ever get out of this situation, I'm going to eat good. I'm going to eat at McDonald's every day, and I'm going to eat Captain Crunch every day. I'm going to eat as much Captain Crunch as I want, as much McDonald's as I want. If I ever get out of this situation, well, what happened was, once I did get out of that situation, okay, I created and developed a lot of bad eating habits. So what comes with success is in money is, you want to eat steaks and you want to eat fried foods and you want to eat all these bad foods. Well, it began to catch up with you over years. So all of my success, my little dark secret was food. And I was eating really, really bad. And 5 years ago, I was diagnosed with prostate cancer. And I really realized at that point, when I tried to begin to eat clean, how addicted I was to food. And sugar is 10 times more addictive than crack cocaine. So what's the use in making $1 million and you're sick and you can't enjoy it because you had trashed your body? So the first thing that we must do as a community is start to be honest with ourselves and our behaviors as it pertains to food. And we must get a hold of this food addiction, all this bad food that we're eating, because it's all in our communities and it's designed to be that way. So think about it like this, Dr. Evans and Ian. We'll go out here and buy a Mercedes Benz and put premium gas in that Benz, and then we'll go get in line at McDonald's and put fake food in our bodies. We treat our cars better than we do our bodies, right? And that's not cool. And once we know better, we must do better. And it all starts in the mind. And we must be honest first about the situation And then we must begin to change that situation from the inside out, starting with, I started with saying, I eat to live and not live to eat.
Mhm.
Does that make sense?
Makes
Yeah.
sense.
And I want to say to this thing, thank you, bro. Um, we were talking about this a while ago, man, and our history go back as kids, man, and seeing you now taking your diet seriously, man. Last time we were together over the house, you was talking about changing my diet, making me work out more, making me walk more, making me drink more water, which I'm doing now, and it giving me health advice. And for millions of people watching out there, you don't have to be a legal drug addict. When I say that, it's pumping your body with all these drugs from the doctors. You don't have to do that. There's ways that you can work on resetting your bodies if you do the right things. By eating right, drinking more water, exercising, dieting. You can take advantage of making yourself better. Brother Campbell, that it's a crazy thing, man. Why when you see our neighborhood, especially the African American neighborhood, you have all the high fatty foods in our community. Like I said, McDonald's, uh, Kentucky Fried Chicken, Wendy's, all types of Chinese places. Everything that sells the grease and everything that sells the processed food in our neighborhood. Is that by design, Bro Campbell?
Doc, I'm gonna get to that point. That question, which is a great, it's a great thing to think about. But I want to go back to one thing that uh, Mr. Richards said, which was we have to, I guess, redefine what wealth mean for us, because he became wealthy and because his mind was thinking wealth was one thing. He further hurt himself by being wealthy. And we have to understand that the true wealth comes from having good health. And if his mindset was different, that wealth, having good health, when he became financially wealthy, he would have just been a better, healthy, wealthy person than being using his wealth to make himself unhealthy. I think just that thinking within itself to understand that your health is really what determines your wealth. Our neighborhoods is by design, to create an unhealthy environment, by design to make sure that there are not any grocery stores, by design to make it easy for other folks to get loans to open businesses in our community, because people see us as, we see ourselves as poor. Everybody see us as a gold mine. Because when you think about it, based on how these corner stores owned by other ethnicities, where they're located, they're in a position where they are making $100,000 a month, $1.2 million a year, and those grocery stores, those corner stores, those quick marts or whatever we want to call them, they look like they're sleepy, not making any money. But if you think about the 10 blocks that they service and the population that's in those 10 blocks can't get food, water, soda, detergent, t-shirt, baking goods, liquor, all those things are available in that little, 600 foot, 300 foot, 800 or 1,000 square foot location servicing this neighborhood. Those little corner stores are making $1 million plus a year. And we need to understand that, unfortunately, the challenge that we have is, again, another mental issue that we deal with, where we think that if somebody of another ethnicity, Indian, Asian, white, Hispanic, own that business, that we just go in, we buy, and we walk out. But when we see somebody that looks like us owning that business, we don't go in and buy, we go in and negotiate. And we, instead of paying $1 for an item, we want to pay 50 cents. Instead of paying for the item, we want to take it and steal it. We make it difficult for us to survive in our communities, and it's okay for everybody else because we've been mentally brainwashed to believe that that's how it's supposed to be. If we can now decide that we have to educate our children, because it might be too late for individuals that's 40, 50, or even 60. But if we go back to the middle schools and do humanitarian work and teach young children the value we have in our bodies and our health, teach them about vegetables and fruits, and something as simple as we see people that go to the gym. They go to Gold's Gym or Planet Fitness or whatever they go to. They'll get in their car and drive the 5 blocks to the gym, park, go in, work out for an hour and a half, come back, jump in their car, and drive 5 blocks home. The walk the 5 blocks, the 5 miles, whatever it is, to the gym, that's the warm up. After you work out, the walk home, that's the cool down. So let people understand that drinking water needs to be a regular routine. And now, even more so, individuals have put on 20 pounds during COVID. COVID-19, it's 19, not just the year, but it's how many pounds people have gained over the last year dealing with COVID. So just to make matters, compound matters, we now are in a situation where we have to be very, very cognizant about our diet, our exercise, our habits to save our lives.
Awesome, bro, Campbell, man. That's why I'm happy that you on our Dream Team Network, man. The information that you share is just super great. Brother Stan, while we're talking about health, we have a Black Health channel on the PIC Television Network. We definitely have to have you and your wife to be a part of that. Let's talk about, Stan, working out, man, and how important it is. Even if the doctors operate on you, they put you in rehab to make you work out, man. Last time we were talking, you said you hit the Wilson Bridge, bro. You up in the gym, man. I call you many, many times, Doc. You working not only the mind, but you working the body. Talk about that, bro.
Well, exercise is so important. Just like Ian said, even with this COVID pandemic, people are packing on the weights and the weight, and what's coming with that is a lot of depression, a lot of brain fog, and when you work out, what it does, it releases the endorphins and it helps you to create. So again, I get it. I'll never forget, Dr. Evans, that day when I was on my back I only been in a hospital one time in my life, and that was to have surgery to remove my prostate. And I'll never forget what that experience, what that recovery was like when I couldn't work out for like 6 weeks. And for the first 10 days, I had to wear a bag. So it made me so grateful. And I said to God, if you give me another chance, I will exercise daily. It will become a part of my life. So it's second to my quiet time and communing with the Lord is to work out, because you got to do it. Because again, it's no way that you can grow yourself, and you can create if you're sitting there and you're taking in all of these toxin foods. And again, the foods that we're eating today, the greens and the vegetables are not the greens and vegetables that our mom and them ate. Everything is processed and GMOs. So we put all of these chemicals, these processed meats in our bodies, and we're not exercising. And that's how we're getting high blood pressure, diabetes, all these preconditions. And then we get exposed to COVID and we're gone within less than 2 weeks. So working out is very, very important. And let me just end with this. Think about it, guys. If we can't give ourselves 30 minutes a day, we're no good to nobody. Period, point blank, end of story. If you can't give yourself 30 minutes a day to walk, okay, you're really no good to nobody. How can you be good and build a community or do any good in the community if you're sitting up there and you're sick and you're vastly overweight? And we're responsible, and the word says we're responsible for this temple. This temple is not our own. Amen.
That's right.
That's powerful saying, if you look at the life of Jesus, man, he was not overweight, man. He walked a lot, man. He walked 33 miles to get baptized in Jordan. Then he walked carrying the cross. He had to be in shape, man. He carried a Latin king, man, down the marketplace. Jesus was in shape, man. He walked on the water, man. he had to be in shape, man. So that's the good thing.
Hey, Dr. Evans.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Another, just to echo this point, we are taught that the people watching this channel right now from Panama, from Peru, from Nicaragua, Colombia, they teach us here that they're the one that's impoverished. And the truth of the matter is, they're healthier than us because they're eating natural, healthy, non-GMO, non food that's all natural. So we need to understand that during COVID, I think COVID was a great example of just how endangered we are. Because the minute those 2 weeks happened and those trucks could not run to refill those grocery stores, refill Walmart, refill Kmart, refill CVS, we were in trouble. We were not able to get food. And that's how sensitive and delicate American society is. We no longer grow food. A child from the inner city don't even understand what an orange is. They've never seen one, what a peach is, what a tomato is. They may not even see one when they go to their regular grocery store. All they have is a dollar store in their neighborhood. That's where they get their groceries from. So we need to have a full re-education campaign, and we have a lot of Black farmers in the South that would love for the opportunity to have a program where we had people going down back to the South to help them grow and tend to their crops. You're talking about people coming from Mexico and elsewhere taking our jobs. They're not taking our jobs. They're helping us stay alive because they work in the farm. They're picking the peaches and grapes and everything else and sending it into the rest of the United States so we can actually eat. We no longer manufacture the type of foods that we used to keep our country alive. We're industrialized now. And until we understand that, create urban farming, local farming, community farms to teach each other how do we survive and what does healthy eating look like? What does a squash look like? A broccoli look like? How do we prepare it? We're in deep trouble. So we have to juice, we have to drink more water, we have to walk, we have to just change our whole lifestyle because the world as we see it now is not sustainable. We've lost 250,000 people in the last several months, less than a year, in addition to the people that would be dying anyway. So our population is being hit hard. Our way of life has totally been turned upside down. Our way of understanding about our neighbors, community, politics, business, everything has been thrown out the window. We are learning a new way of living. And it's an opportunity for us to insert in that. How do we eat right? How do we take care of ourselves? How do we exercise while being in our homes in a COVID environment? Because if we don't, we have some little ones running around, they're going to wear us out because we're just going to be out of shape. They're going to be stressing us out. We need to be able to take them out, run around with them, get them a little bit of exercise, some fresh air, and make ourselves healthy in the process.
That's
Thank
awesome.
you for the time.
Thank you, Bud Campbell. We need this. That's part of the Big Television Network. We want everybody to understand this is a network that we bring you the best. That's why we have a Brother Campbell on here and Stan Richards. And we have Brother Leroy, who's one of our business teachers on financial management, and our health expert that we have coming on with us to teach and train our people. Because, Brother Stan and Brother Campbell, I want you guys to look at the Pick Television Network as a brand new way of programming, the next generation. And by us being leaders like we're talking tonight, the people all over the world, whoever thought, Stan, when we were kids, one day we'll be talking to people in Peru and Chile and Australia. And while we sleep, they up watching the show in Germany, all the way across the water, United Kingdom. Whoever thought that would happen? But I really thank God for you guys because the role models that we want to be on Pick Television is to have African American men and women in different occasions and occasions or races and colors, but the best. See, when we come on Brother Campbell and we come on Brother Stan, we're not just showcasing women's bodies and showing them how beautiful they look on the outside. We're using our mind. And I want to bring intelligent brothers and sisters on. So when we talk about the brother who came from the bus to the Bentley, that gives an African American or whoever watching some hope that I don't have to stay down like this. I don't have to be down. I don't have to carry a gun and gang and banging, be out here on the street trying to just, take advantage of a woman's body. I don't have to live like this all my life. There is a way out. If Stan made it, maybe I can make it. If Dr. Evans made it, maybe I can make it. If Brother Campbell made it, maybe I can make it. So when you look at the PIC Television Network, I want you to know that we have brothers and sisters on our network that will show you more than just entertainment with music and entertainment with movies. We got a brain that we use, and I want to talk about that for a minute. Brother Campbell and Brother Stan, about education. Education through experience and education through being a role model in your community. You know why it's so important, Brother Stan? Because you're a family man like me. We raising our kids up. And Brother Campbell has my godson. That's a brand new generation that's coming up. And we got to be the mentors. You don't have to look at a television show or see somebody else in Hollywood to have a role model. He should be able to look right at his dad and look at one of us and say, that's a good role model for me. That's who I want to be like, this person right here. And I think that begins at home. Come on, Stan, talk about that for a minute, bro.
Well, thanks for mentioning that, Dr. Evans. Everything starts like right in the home, and where as much is given, much is required. So us three on here, are just a great example of what's possible. But then as we continue to be success and go out and create, because think about it, we all got talent, okay? And the biggest question I always ask is, what's your talent? If you think about we as a people, we are God's highest creation. And he said in his word to have dominion over the earth. Our spirit, our DNA is perfect. This is what's so exciting. So we can have anything we want if we understand that how amazing the human being is. So for me, when people ask me, Stan, how did you go from the bus to the Bentley? Right? A guy that graduated, couldn't read, that was on drugs in the 80s and healed by addiction, drove a bus for 18 years and became a successful entrepreneur. I always say I see something and I heard something. What does that look like? I seen someone like Brother Ian and Dr. Evans, and I heard them speak. And as they speak, they empowered me and inspired me that I can do it too. And then I went out and I took action off of the gifts and the talents that God has blessed me with. One of our 6 mental faculties is imagination, right? We think in pictures. So you see it in your mind first, and then you go out and create it. And when you think about life, Dr. Evans, if you think about this technology has always been here. Somebody just became aware of the technology. When you think about people like, Bill Gates or Warren Buffett actually went to Woodrow Wilson High School, DC Public Schools. So if this guy can go on to be a billionaire and make billions of dollars, we can do it too. But it starts right in the house. So it starts right with us three, and us three taking our talents and going back and pouring it back into someone else and showing them that, okay, you got talent too. Let's tap into your talents through your thinking and figure out what is it that you really want through your imagination, and let us show you how to go out and grow that. And that's what we're doing here today. I'm excited to be amongst you great gentlemen, because I know that three minds are much stronger than one. And I can learn something from each one of you guys. And together we can go pour back into the PIC network. So I'm excited about what you're doing, Dr. Evans. And I want to challenge everyone who's listening tonight. Let's support the PIC network. Okay, because this is the new way of learning. It's all visual. Okay, it's all, the new way of learning is going to be all, visual. People don't want to take the time to read anymore. They want to see and they want to hear. So that's what we're going to do with the PIC network, and I'm just excited to be a part of it.
Thank you, my brother. It's amazing when we come together what we can do, and that's why, I'm so happy for man, you being a part of my life, man. God saw fit when we were little kids in elementary school to where we are now to bring us together to give back, and when I think about giving back, I had a big business call on yesterday, a real big business call. And the first one I called was Brother Campbell, who is on my dreams team for this. I said, Brother Campbell, we got a way that we can get items, man, because we connected with this big warehouse that has stuff from, Best Buy, Target, Walmart. They have an overflow warehouse with a lot of items. And the person who was there said that they have some book bags that for a small price that we can get and we can give out to some kids. And so as soon as I called Brother Campbell, he said, man, pick him up. I said, pick him up with what? He said, give me the cash app. I got it coming. And I literally saying, we went over there, and yesterday we got so many book bags. I mean, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of book bags to give kids. Hundreds and hundreds. I mean, we got so many book bags. We could go on for 3 or 4 days and to give away these book bags already packed up, already like brand new. And I wanted to ask Bud Campbell, man, what inspired you, bro, to not just go out of your words, man, but to go into your pocket and say, man, we got to do this. We got to do this. We got to help some kids, to do this and pick them up. When I say thousands of book bags, and we can even get more, so we can give them away to kids, man. What made you do that, Bro Campbell, to go in your pocket and do that, bro?
Dr. Evans, one of the things that I always wanted to do is to help children, because children is the next generation. So I want to provide children with the education, the technology, the housing, the nourishment, everything they need to go ahead and change the world. We sit here with, sometimes I see entrepreneurs and they were selling a book or they're selling a CD or something, or oils, incense. That $10, that $20 that you purchase goes a long way when you talk about individual and their family. So I realize that the more I give, the more my life opens up for me to receive, because giving is part of clearing the way to make room for more things to come. And it wasn't even a tough decision. The only challenge I had was that I wish I had more, that I could actually give more to get a 18-wheeler full of book bags to give to the children, because it's nothing like a child that is disadvantaged because their parents are not in a position to provide them with sometimes whether it's the food, clothing, school supplies that they need, to be able to go to a facility and get a bag where they have a new product that they normally would not have, or the parents find it difficult to procure for them. It helps to just brighten their day, and just that opportunity gives them the ability to change their life, because that shining light, they are stars, and we want to make sure we do all that we can to make sure those stars shine. it was, like I said, it was a small cost, and I wish I had 10 times as much or 1,000 times as much, so we can have 5 tractor trailers sitting outside to to help these children. Because it was last month we were working on a food donation program that I wanted to get 5 tractor trailers of food a month. I'm sorry, a week, to donate, to coordinate with 5 different churches, two in Maryland, two in Virginia, two in DC, one in Virginia, to get that going. So unfortunately, that opportunity was very last minute, and it was not able to materialize. So I couldn't pass on this one. And this came up, it was just like, shift those resources. Let's help these children, and let's do something that we're, even though it's COVID, we still want to get something to the kids that they can not feel like their life doesn't have purpose, or no one cares, or there's, we have to give them hope.
That's awesome, man. When I look at both you guys who are dads, and even myself, Stan, and growing up together, man, we've been over each other's house and been around each other for a long time. And Brother Campbell too. I couldn't imagine, man, being behind bars. All three of us could have been in prison when our kids outside during the holidays. I couldn't imagine, man, how good it would feel when somebody outside helping us to give away a book bag with their name on it for a birthday, special event, Christmas, to a kid, man. And this is what we want to do with the Pick Television Network. Our network is not just about, again, entertainment and music, but we want to get information. We want to get out there to people, education, and inspiration. This is what the Pick TV Network is all about. And as Brother Stan was saying, when you make a donation, we want to help some of the kids who family, my mother with 7 kids and don't have anything. We got some book bags. We may not can give you a lot, but we can give you some book bags, and we can get some boxes of some things to help your kids. So I believe when we do things like that, man, and we share resources and help people, I believe God will honor what we're doing. So I'm so happy that you brothers are coming on to help the Pick Television Network, to be something that we can all be proud of as we go in the future. Again, when we're talking about education, Pick TV, information, Pick TV, inspiration, Pick TV, and entertainment, Pick TV. We grew up with BET, Stan. We remember when they started over in Northeast, bro. We remember right behind the post office from Ground Zero. We seen it, and that was in the hood. We seen it, man, when it first kicked off back in the 80s. We were there, and one day God gonna bless us to grow with the Pick TV Network, man. And, we just want to be able to showcase the holistic view of the African American Black brothers and sisters who are at the highest level, to present some doctors to talk about professional subjects, like we said with Black Health, to professionals who talk about their books, like you're doing, from the bus to the Bentley. So we can have the right image and the right role models on the Pick TV Network. When they turn it on, man, they say, man, that's somebody that I'm inspired to be like. Other than shooting the ball, which is cool, other than catching the ball, which is cool, but because we using this thing, we using this for a camera. This is better than any ball. This is better than any game right here. If you got this, nobody can take this away. When they're looking at Dr. Evans, I came from the smallest room in the house on Spring Road. You know about us staying in elementary school, from Raymond to Lincoln to Cadoza to UDC to Howard to Boston Bible College, and on and on. You've seen where I came from, man. I didn't have nothing, I was had the smallest room in the house. They got one of the biggest houses in the community, only because of God, man. And He's been good to me, and I got to give Him all the glory. But I believe it's time for us to get ready to be in a position, brothers, to leave our legacy. What people gonna remember when we leave this earth? We want to leave something behind, and I believe this Pick Television Network can go on Cause brother came up, my godson can take it on, man. He ready to roll down, man. The way he out there, broke down, he's ready to do it now. And your kids stand. You know, we want to be proud parents and role models for the future, man. And I'm just happy about the Pick TV network with guys like you coming on, Stan. Any closing remarks, Stan, you want to say, bro?
No, man, I'm excited. Thanks for having me on, man, and it's an honor to meet brother Ian, and I'm just looking to do some great things with you guys.
Thank you, bro. And you still have some things you and your wife got to bring. You gonna with her, man. Y'all doing some things with the finances. We want to talk about it on our
Yes, yes,
money
yes.
management channel.
Yeah, I would love to bring her on because we're doing some big things in the areas of health, wealth, and wisdom. That's our movement, healthy, wealthy, wise. But I would love to bring her on and she can share about the importance of financial literacy and the importance of having life insurance.
Wow, what an amazing blessing. Brother Campbell, you want to have your closing remarks, bro?
Thanks again, Doc. Mr. Rich, it's a pleasure. I look forward to being able to network and working with you and learning from you. Um, Dr. Evans, as I can say, this opportunity, you know, we all remember how having Oprah Winfrey was able to change the world, having BET changed the world, and now we have people like uh, brother just Steve Harvey, who is doing different game shows, and his presence changed the world. Only thing I can say is over the next 10 years, as we build and develop and grow, the amount of success that's going to be rained down on you as a result of what the work you're doing through the Big Network, uh, you know, it's just going to be tremendous. And I'm glad that you're grounded. I'm glad that you're focused. I'm glad that your perspective is right. You understand the need for PIC to educate, to inform. Um, it's just amazing what I can envision the next few years are going to look like. So just hold on, get ready, and for those in your inner circle, um, I'm just happy that we're able to network and connect and be introduced to the great people that you've been able to connect me with. So thank you for all that you're doing.
And we're strong when we come together. You know, I look at the world. Is everybody supposed to do something? God put us on this planet to make the world a better place. We were born to make the world a better place. And all of us are here. We're here for a timeline. You know, many of us are brothers like we are now. We live to our 30s, we live to our 40s. You know, we live to see our 50s. We have been together down through the years. We're at the point now where we are the leaders of the next generation. I'm not too concerned about what's happening in the White House. I want to know what's happening in my house. You know, I want to be able to be in a position where I can make a change in my community and have control of my destiny. I believe we write our books every day. I believe that our chapters in our books are outlined. I believe that God knows the plans that He has for us. They're good and not of evil. And if we walk in that path and realize that all of us are part of a big puzzle, and we bring that big puzzle together, we'll see a big picture, and that picture should represent the Lord Jesus Christ. And this is just another opportunity. So we see people from Germany, United Kingdom, Chile, Costa Rica, El Salvador, Peru, Canada, Ireland, Panama, Colombia, Nicaragua, Guatemala, United States, United Kingdom, all over the place, Brazil, France, looking at this, Mexico, all over the country. Only God could do that. It's not David Evans. This is God. And I give it right back to him. I believe what we are is God's gift to us. And what we present is our gift to God. So we want to present PIC to him. We want to say, here, this is what we present to you. And I want to thank God for my brothers, and if you want, some book bags to give out to some kids during the holidays, birthdays, anniversaries, we got plenty of them. All you have to do is email the PIC TV Network at gmail.com, and we'll do whatever we can to help some families get some book bags for your kids not just for Christmas, not just for the New Year, not just for birthdays, but special events when they do good, even at home. You know, they got this something came in the mail. Let them be so happy. You know, so we want to be doing things like this all year long around. I want to thank my brothers for being with me. We're gonna do a short break. We're gonna come back with part 2. Come on, Stan, let's wave at them. Happy holidays, everybody. Happy Thanksgiving. God bless you from Pick.